Let me ask you a simple question. Why would anyone invest their hard-earned money in a company's shares? Well, the answer is quite rewarding. It's called a dividend. A dividend is the profit share that a company gives to its shareholders, that's you and me, from its total earnings. It's the company's way of saying, thank you for investing in us. And here's the key. The dividend is always expressed as a percentage of the face value or the nominal value of a share. This means even if the market value of a share fluctuates, the dividend is still calculated on its face value. Let's take an example. Suppose a company announces a 15% dividend on a share with face value 100 rupees. That means the investor gets 15 rupees per share per year as income. This kind of passive income is one of the main attractions of investing in the stock market. Even if the share prices go up or down, dividends offer consistent financial returns. Now, let's decode a very common market statement: 15% of 100 rupees shares at 145 rupees. This short sentence reveals a lot. First, it tells us that the face value of one share is 100 rupees. Next, the market value, that is, the current trading price, is 145 rupees. Then comes the dividend part, 15% of 100 rupees, which equals 15 rupees per annum. So, if you've invested 145 rupees in this share, your income from it will be 15 rupees for the year. In other words, you earned 15 rupees on 145 rupees. That's why understanding such quotations is crucial. They help you evaluate if a stock is a good investment based on its returns. Now, here comes the heart of the concept, the rate of return, also called yield. This is a powerful tool to compare how good or bad an investment is. We calculate the yield by dividing the dividend by the market value and multiplying the result by 100. Let's put that into a formula. Rate of return equals dividend divided by market value, the whole multiplied by 100. So in our previous example, rate of return equals 15 divided by 145 multiplied by 100. This gives us 300 divided by 29, which simplifies to 10 and 10/29% per annum. This means that for every 100 rupees you invest in that share at market value, your return is approximately 10 and 10/29%. And remember, the dividend is fixed on the face value, but yield varies with market value. That's what makes it a smart metric for investors. Alright, let's walk through a complete example for clarity. You are given face value is 100 rupees. Market value is 145 rupees. Dividend rate is 15%. First, we calculate the dividend. 15% of 100 rupees is 15 rupees per annum. Next, since the investor paid 145 rupees, their income on 145 is 15 rupees. Now for the rate of return. Rate of return equals open bracket 15 divided by 145 close bracket multiplied by 100. That gives us 300 divided by 29, which equals 10 and 10/29%. So even though the dividend is 15%, the actual return on investment is slightly lower because the share was purchased above its face value. This example clearly shows that yield depends not only on the dividend rate, but also on the market price of the share. Let's now consider another practical scenario, this time a share sold at a discount. Suppose the quotation says 12%, 25 rupee share at a discount of 5 rupees. From this, we have face value is 25 rupees. Market value equals 25 minus 5, which is 20 rupees. Dividend is 12% of 25 rupees. Now calculate the dividend. 12% of 25 rupees equals 3 rupees per annum. Then calculate the rate of return. Rate of return equals open bracket 3 divided by 20 close bracket multiplied by 100, which equals 15%. Now, isn't that interesting? Even though the declared dividend is only 12%, the return becomes 15% because the share was bought below its face value. This example proves that a share with a lower dividend can still provide a higher yield when purchased at a discount. And that's the beauty of stock market math. Smart buying can boost your earnings. Let's quickly revise what we've learned about dividends. A dividend is the return that a shareholder receives from a company, and it is always calculated on the face value of the share. But the actual rate of return, that is, your profit, depends on the market value at which you purchase the share. We use the formula rate of return equals open bracket dividend divided by market value close bracket multiplied by 100. We saw how to interpret dividend quotations like 15%, 100 rupee share at 145, and how they give all the information needed to calculate returns. And through our two examples, we understood how a discounted share can offer higher returns even with a lower dividend rate compared to a premium priced share. I hope you now clearly understand how dividends work, how to calculate returns, and how to make smarter investment decisions in the stock market. In our next video, we'll explore how to calculate total income from multiple shares and dive deeper into dividend-based problem solving. Till then, keep investing smart and stay mathematically curious. See you there.